Hello, 8th graders. Welcome to the second lecture of this week. We're going to be talking about practicing communication skills, okay? Chapter 5, Lesson 2. So let's get right into it. Okay? Communication. Communication is the exchange of thoughts, feelings, and beliefs between two or more people. Communication isn't only about getting a message across, it's also about being able to listen to messages, okay? Or, for example, paying attention to and hearing what the other person is saying. So it's not just talking, but you're also listening to what someone is telling you, okay? Some of this might sound familiar because we've gone over some of it a little bit in past lessons. A lot of the information crosses with each other, so if you hear this, if it sounds familiar, that's why we've talked about it briefly. Okay, so let's talk about nonverbal communication. We have body language, which is the use of visual cues to communicate information or feelings. Okay, hand movements while you talk. Okay, gestures, facial expressions. Okay, you're not saying anything as you're doing these things, but sometimes when when you have your hands out or whatever, you're conveying you're sharing a message. Okay. The other nonverbal communication is intonation. Okay, and that is the tone of your voice. Well, actually, that is verbal, but intonation is the tone of your voice. Okay, so how you say something, you could say it. Your tone you could be saying it one way, and then someone could be receiving it a different way. So just make sure that your tone is always keep your tone in check, because you might say something and someone will take it a different way when you didn't mean it that way. Mixed messages occur when your words say one thing but your body language and or tone says another. Again, okay, this is what I was just talking about. So like for example, you're saying sorry while smiling or laughing. Okay, that's an example. Another example can be if somebody like sharing with you information like, oh, I had somebody in my family die and you're too busy on your phone. They tell you, oh, so and so died. And like, oh, really, really? Okay. Again, you're sending they might think, oh, you know what, they don't really care, so why am I even sharing this? It makes them feel bad. So make sure that your body language and the tone of your voice matches what message you're trying to share, so like that nobody gets confused. Okay. Let's talk about effective verbal communication. Okay, let's talk about speaking. We're going to talk about some speaking skills. Okay, iMessages, which are a statement that presents a situation from the speaker's personal point of view. iMessages tell how the speaker feels. So, let's say a friend of yours did something. You see them the next day, and you're like, you know what? I felt that what you did yesterday, it probably wasn't the right thing to do, or I didn't feel comfortable doing what we did yesterday. Maybe it was something that wasn't safe. I didn't feel comfortable. I didn't feel safe doing what we did yesterday. So iMessages just help, again, help with communication, help you know how the other person is feeling. Okay, so a few more skills. Okay, stay calm. Okay, the louder you speak, the less likely you are to be heard. Okay, especially if someone's yelling at you. You don't like when people yell at you. If you get yelled at, you right away you just kind of phase it out. Like you block it out. You're not even listening anymore. So make sure that be loud when you need to, but just kind of watch your tone. Okay, stick to the point. Okay, think before you speak. um I know sometimes things, moments happen, and you get caught up in things. So just be careful with what you say when you say it, because it could someone could remember that for a long time. Choose the right time. Okay, find a time when the other person isn't in a hurry, okay, or busy. Find a quiet place to talk for less interruptions. If you're somewhere and there's just a lot of talking and things going on, say, hey, let's go over here, just so like that. They feel that, just like that, there's less distractions, and you're more likely to hear and understand what the other person's saying. Okay, be aware of your body language and intonation. Okay, don't send mixed messages. Keep eye contact with the other person. Eye contact is a way of showing you are sincere. Okay, someone in class said eye contact's weird, and yes, it is. It can be weird. But it's very helpful. Now, I don't mean staring at the person like straight up the whole time. I mean, look up at them and then kind of like you can nod, like look away and then you look back up at them. Okay. You don't, it's not like a constant like staring contest where you're staring at the other person. But eye contact helps the other person know, okay, they're really listening to me. They're really hearing what I'm saying. Okay. Listening. Let's talk about listening skills now. Okay. Uh, Active listening is hearing, thinking about, and responding to the other person's message. So, not only are you hearing about it, but you're not only are you hearing what they're saying, but you're thinking about it, processing it, and you're also responding to what they're telling you. Okay, pay attention to all that the speaker has to say. Okay, there are two sides to every story. Don't make up answers while the other person is still talking. Okay, so as you're getting information, as you're processing information, wait till they finish. Okay, see, look at my hand gestures. Okay, nonverbal. Wait till they finish saying what they need to say, and then you put all the pieces together. Okay. Use body language that shows you are listening. Okay, again, make eye contact. Okay, nod your head every so often. Okay, so if you're looking at them, you're nodding your head. Okay, you're understanding that. That's showing that you're paying attention. Okay. A few more. Think for a moment before you speak. Okay, again, think before you speak. Take time to collect your thoughts. Okay, repeat what the person said as a way of showing you hear what they said. That's actually, I use that one all the time. Especially if I'm trying to understand what someone's saying, I'll hear what they're saying and then I'll repeat it. Okay, so this is what happened, and then that helps me understand it better. So, and that also shows that you're actually listening to what they were saying. So, if you can retell what they had just said, that's good. Ask questions. Okay, after the person has finished talking, ask questions or add your comments. If you don't understand something, let them know. Okay, so like I said, once you hear them talk, you can say, okay, so is this what you're saying? Yeah, and then you keep going from there. You make your comments. You can ask more questions, and if you don't understand something, go ahead and ask. Don't be afraid to ask. That asking questions again is another way of showing them that you're really listening and that you want to understand their situation better. Okay, quiz review. Okay, last one. Okay, these are the things that you're going to need to know. Okay, friendships and changes in friendships. Okay, qualities of a good friend, peer pressure, speaking skills, and listening skills. Okay, these are things that you're going to need to know for the quiz. Okay, good luck, and I'll talk to you next week.